Today, I'll be going over the plans and ideas I have for this car. If you've been here from the start, you might remember a video kind of like this. I wasn't happy with how the content was. It was pretty boring. So now I'll be making a video like that, but better. So let's start off on the car. This is a 1972 Monte Carlo. That I got around this time last year. I've been looking at other builds online just to get an idea of the potential on this car. One of the first parts I got for this car was a Tremec TKX5.
Don't be fooled by its small size. This transmission is very capable. This transmission is able to shift at 7,500 RPMs and it's strong enough to handle 600 feet-pounds of torque. You also have a few choices that you can make on which gear ratios you would like to use.
I got it in a kit and I have everything for it. The clutch, flywheel, pedals.
This is the website where I got my kit from. Silver Sport Transmissions.
Now let's talk about the drivetrain. The car originally came with a 350 small block and an automatic turbo 350 transmission. I picked up an L96 to take place of the old engine, which is a 6-liter V8 from GM. It comes with LS3 heads from the factory and a pretty strong block, so I think it'll be a good application for this car.
Let's go over the specs on the L96. This engine is a massive upgrade compared to my old 350 small block. This engine is able to make 360 horsepower with 380 feet-pounds of torque, while my old engine was only able to output 145 horsepower. The compression ratio is 9.6 to 1. A little bit more about this engine is that it's a 6-bolt main, which is quite an upgrade from my old 2-bolt main engine.
It's basically an LS3, but instead of being a full aluminum block, it is cast iron. And also, since this engine was used in trucks, I got these flat top pistons to increase the compression and get some more power out of it. I am using the stock crankshaft and the OEM connecting rods, but I think it'll hold up just fine. For the cam, I had to go with Texas Speed, so I got a stage 2 with 112 LSA. The cam is gonna sound insanely good with this setup. Now for the valve train, I got upgraded valve springs from Texas Speed and push rods as well. I still have no idea what intake manifold I should run. I have been looking at the Holley mid-ram. Let me know some of your suggestions. We're gonna need a computer, so I'm gonna get a factory LS3 computer and tune it myself. I also got some performance LS7 lifters to replace the stock OEM lifters because these ones will be able to handle the stage 2 cam much better than the OEM stock. So my overall goal is to be able to run this engine at about 7,000 RPM. With all the valve train upgrades and things that I have, I feel like I should be able to get there, no issues at all. So I also decided to get some upgraded trunnions with the bronze bearings instead of the needle bearings. I didn't go with the needle bearings because when they blow up in high RPM, they tend to explode into a bunch of tiny pieces, and I don't need that going around in my block. Now holding everything together is ARP bolts and studs. There is no torque to yield at all on this block, probably because I'll have to tear this down again. That's really all I have for the engine other than these Cometic head gaskets. So now let's talk more about what I have for the car. I've gotten this thing pretty much stripped down as much as I can get it. So now it's ready for the frame to be separated from the body. Since this car was an automatic, it did have the bench seats in the front and back. But I'm thinking about running bucket seats. Still not sure if I should or not. Let me know if you think I should in the comments. The car does have a few rust spots, as you can see here. So I'm gonna cut out all this rust and replace it with the panels we got from rustreplace.com. This car did not come with a tachometer stock. So I've been looking at the Dakota digital gauges. Let me know what you think. I personally really like them and they would look amazing in the build. Now for wheels, I'm having a very tough choice on choosing. I'm still far away from that point, but it doesn't hurt to look. I'm not really sure if I want to run these American racing wheels or these. That's really it for the car. So now I'll just be talking about what I'm going to be doing soon. So pretty soon I'm going to be installing the cylinder heads on here. I'm just waiting until I receive my LS3 intake valves. and then everything should be good to go, and I'll be able to get to work. Now once I install the heads, I'll probably be installing the transmission, the clutch, flywheel, all that stuff, and then this will be ready to roll. But the real question is, are you team red or team blue? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see a classic Monte Carlo get restored with a sick LS swap, consider subscribing.